Troubles for Daryl Brooks. He is already serving the rest of his life behind bars for killing 6 people and hurting dozens of others during Waukesha's Christmas parade 2 years ago now.
Our Brett Lemoyne live in Waukesha with the reason a family there is suing Brooks and their own insurance company.
Hi, everybody. Welcome, welcome. I wasn't going to do anything on this latest civil case because I guess I have an insurance background, 30 years in it. And there's really, it's formality, I guess, so to speak. So what's going on? Basically, a family is suing over emotional distress, and they know they can't get anything out of Daryl Brooks, but what they're going to do is try to sue their own insurance company. And they're going after their auto insurance. Now, here's where I find it to be ironic, crazy. Hey, Shannon, I have no idea how they think this is going to play out. I have no idea how this attorney thinks this is going to play out because they weren't in their auto at the time. So I thought you had to be in your auto for uninsured motorists to kick in, but there's a piece of auto insurance liability in your policy that says if somebody hits you in your vehicle and they don't have insurance, then your uninsured motorist, what limited you have there, will help pay any medical expenses. This family is claiming traumatic whatever because of they witnessed everything. They saw everything go down. Now, from what I looked up on the court papers last week, there's not a whole lot that you can see in there that tells you exactly what they saw, exactly where they were, and all that. So it's kind of hard to tell. Hey, Janice. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Dee Dee. Thanks for coming in, guys. This is just a really quick stream. I wanted to put this out there because several people had made comments in the chat and later in the comments below the videos about this lawsuit, and it really it's not even tied to Darrell, really, guys. It's just not. I mean, there's nothing really that can go on there. Hey, John Cooper from Mexico. So I just wanted to make you guys aware that don't freak out. Don't think something major's happening. It's not. This is just formality. They got to go through the courts. I don't think the insurance company is going to be able to. They're going to claim that this is. I think they did pay something, okay, just to get them to go away. But I think that they're going to, deny paying anymore. But that's just my take on it. I could be wrong. I don't know the state laws over there, so just wanted to address it. And we'll watch this really quick from Fox News 6.
Yeah, that's right, Ted and Mary. And Brooks is named mainly as a formality in this case because he was the man behind the wheel. The family claims extreme emotional distress, and they expect their insurance company to pay them in full.
They looked up after hearing screaming and saw Daryl Brooks' SUV racing towards them.
Like many people in Waukesha, November 21st, 2021 is a day the Garcia Ramirez family will never forget. They were gathered on Main Street with members of their church watching the parade go by. It turned to horror for everyone involved.
Mom had to pull the kids out of the way to avoid having them hit directly.
Jay McDivitt is the family's attorney. Last week, he filed a civil lawsuit on their behalf. The filing states the Garcia Ramirez family looked up to see bodies and band instruments flying in the air as Daryl Brooks drove through the parade. 6 people were killed.
Okay, I want to say something here. I wonder, guys, this just made me think about this. Do you think there's like a ton of ambulance chasing attorneys going after all the people that were witnesses and saw things at that parade? Like there has to be, right? And you know what? I'm not saying anything against attorneys. I'm talking about ambulance chasing attorneys. And y'all know who I'm talking about. These guys that go after what are they called? I can't think of the name of it. Anyway, personal injury and all that. They're strictly personal injury attorneys. They're on every flippin' channel doing some stupid commercial. That type of attorney. That's the people I'm talking about. Okay, sorry, I had to rant.
More than 60 others hurt. But the lawsuit isn't about Brooks. Its target is the family's insurance company, Progressive.
Progressive at this point has not.
Okay, and sorry. Progressive, I'm not a fan of Progressive Insurance because when people purchase Progressive Insurance, 9 times out of 10, they're purchasing it online and they have no idea what they're doing. Um, it's it shouldn't be legal for them to choose their own coverages. You need an insurance agent to tell you what coverages you need. Okay, that's just my opinion.
Been willing to pay what we believe the family is entitled to under the law.
McGibbett says the family's automobile insurance covers uninsured motorists and underinsured motorists. He says the Garcia Ramirez's could be compensated $50,000 per person and up to $100,000 per occurrence under the policy.
I'm a little turned off by this family. I know I've always said that people that saw things that happened, there's a lot of people that saw things that happened, but this almost feels like a slap in the face to those who lost lives and those who actually had injuries and are still dealing with coming back from recovery on these injuries. You know what I mean? Let me look at your chat, your comments real quick. Who's Good morning, all. Hey, Gail. Hey, David. Sean. Oh, Carla says she doesn't blame them. Who's to say DB doesn't market his story in a few years? The insurance company can monitor it. DB would be on the hook for restitution. Okay, good point. Maybe. Oh, and thank you, Shannon. Yes, please hit the like button, everybody. I really, really need your support with the YouTube algorithm. And when you hit the like button and when you make a comment, it actually is helping people find my channel. So I'd appreciate that. Is this about the judge doing funds with DOJ for victims? No, this is separate, Barbara. This is separate. Daryl doesn't have a dollar to his name. Well, we know that, David. But like Carla just said, maybe they're planning ahead. Good morning, Miss Kimmy Akers. Yeah, Miss Kimmy was another one that told me to, Carrie, go watch Fox 6, Milwaukee. Good thought, Carla. There's more than $1 million in the Waukesha fund. It doesn't make sense from a legal standpoint, but maybe tap into that somehow. I don't know. You guys remember when we went over all the injuries that some of these children are dealing with and will be dealing with for the rest of their lives? And I'm not saying that their children didn't have emotional stress, but I just find it to be a totally different level. I don't know. Maybe they don't have any right to that fund. Maybe that fund is strictly for people who sustained physical injury. That might be part of that makes sense, right? So because otherwise you'd have all these different people coming up going, well, we saw it too, and then how do you prove that you saw it and all that? Apparently these people did prove something because they've gotten some money from their insurance company already with this. Frankie makes so much noise every time I get online with you guys. Sorry about you if y'all hear him in the background. Shysters. Yeah, John, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I don't, and this family might not be that way. I'm just saying it just seems like you have to be careful because people will come out of the wallboards like roaches. JPC girl, where you been? I hadn't seen you in a while. I think this is not right. How do we even know they were there? Sean, you've got to have some kind of evidence, or else they wouldn't have gotten money out of Progressive already. Because Progressive is one of those companies that they have tons of exclusions. So somehow or another, somebody found some money somewhere. Oh, Yvonne, thank you, honey. And I read all your comments, and I appreciate you so much. The family expects the insurance company to honor their contract. Okay, yes, Steve, I get that. But we're dealing with one of these insurance companies out there that has a legal contract that this company signed, right? And within this legal contract, within this insurance document that they signed the application for, there are tons of exclusions. And every time there's a claim, the first thing that the adjusters do is they go in and they check for these exclusions. There is a limit on this. I can't believe they've gotten money out of this already, to be honest with you. I would have not seen this coming. So who knows? I mean, we'll follow it and see if we hear anything. I don't know if they'll say anything else about it though. But it's good to see you, Steve. I hope you're feeling better, honey. Tony says, I would think that a lot of these families may have Carlos' thoughts in mind, just as OJ was hit with the future civil suits down the road from his infamous case. Yeah, could be. Maybe they're just waiting on Brooks to get some money. And you know what? If that's the case, and they can prove they were there, y'all know we're all for that, right? I was thinking a money grab too, but wanted another opinion. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. You know, okay, and I'm gonna say this too, and this may not be popular. Y'all, please don't jump me because I'm commentating, okay? And so I'm trying to look at different views of this. They're this family pictured here. They're not tiny kids. How many tiny children saw what went down that day? And how many tiny children do still not even realize that they are going to be affected by this in the future? These kids are teenagers. These are young adults. I don't know. I don't know. I think that some people are just different than others and they just like, I could be wrong. I'm not saying that they're what do you call it? I can't think of the word. I always do that when I get on here. I lose my train of thought. I'm not saying that they're gold diggers. I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke. Okay. David, Dawn Woods and her child killer son do consent to being horrible people. Yes, they do. David, I have to be careful when I read your comments because I really have to be careful with the words I use on YouTube. I think as long as DB will continue to draw attention to himself, bottom line, I think after DB gets more into the prison population, he's in more and more danger. You're right, Tony. Oh, JPC, preach, girl. I saw it on YouTube. Can I make a claim? See, exactly. And they could have, look, us seeing it on you, and I know you're being funny, and I get where you're coming from. I know it's different. Because I've heard when I was doing some of these video editing things, I did hear some things that were very, very disturbing, just audio only, not even seeing what happened. You could hear sounds. Do you guys remember when 9/11 happened and the people were jumping off the buildings? And do you remember all the video footage coming from down at the bottom of the street level? And you know what those popping sounds were. Do I need to say it? I think you guys know where I'm coming from. You could hear the sounds of multiple people just coming to their demise. And I can see that that's kind of when you hear a sound like that and you know it's not just two metal objects hitting each other, it's actually a human involved, it just does something to you, right? And that's what you don't know standing there, seeing it happen. For all you know, they could have gotten the worst part, the worst view. But how many people were at that parade? Were there thousands? People at that parade that could say the same thing? So I don't know. Thank you, Janice. It is strange. But I do think, and I never thought of this until we started doing this live, I bet you money that victim's fund is very limited on who they're going to pay out to. Otherwise, everybody in Waukesha would be coming up asking for a payout. This money is for people who are still going through rehab. Some of these children these are things that they're going to have physical problems their entire life. And there were adults too who are going to have physical problems their entire life. So that's all for their medical, wheelchair ramps, whatever it is that they need, special equipment to live a life as normal as they possibly can. Okay, that's a good point, Carla. The insurance company is in a better position to track his earnings than the family. I agree with that. This could be the start of something. Maybe this family said, you know what? If this jerk off gets money off of us, we want to make sure that we're going to get a grab of it. Which, hey, more power to you. Don't take away from the victims of Waukesha, is all I'm saying. Take away physical injured victims of Waukesha. Take away from Darrell. I'm 100 with that. Shannon says, I think he'll do some kind of deal, but use his mama to receive the money so it won't be withheld. He's having his money taken in restitution and all the judgments on him. Okay, there's got to be a way around them. They got to know. I just can't see it, guys. I can't. And Dawn Woods cannot make any money because as soon as they find out she's made a dime on something, that whole county is going to take her down. Right, Steve? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Steve. But, they've already paid something, which I'm surprised they paid something. But now that others are going to see that their own insurance policy has paid something, what's this going to trigger? We're going to see a domino effect of auto insurance claims. You guys, and I'm going to tell you right now, if y'all do this, your territory, your zip codes, all of that all these insurance companies in that area, you're going to see price hikes in a year or two because of all this and your insurance moving forward. So just telling you, that's how it works. Just saying. I'm on my soapbox this morning. I apologize. I just got through doing a really good video. I think y'all are going to enjoy it. I thought a civil suit meant you have to get a ruling against the person first. Well, they're filing a suit. Nothing's been done with it. They've just put it in to see what happens. This could be thrown out for all we know. It could be thrown out. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you on that. Hey, Gura. Hey, Laurie. As DB says, so you had a financial interest in this matter? Tony. Oh, Lori, get back to normal, girl. Hope you're feeling better. I love your little puppy. He's so cute. Most personal injury attorneys are who give attorneys a bad name. That's what I'm saying, Janice. That's what I'm saying. There's scumbags out there. It's not all attorneys. It's just these type of guys, crawling little leeches that jump onto these cases. These are the type of attorneys that as soon as there's a fire somewhere or a car accident, they're there. Have you guys ever noticed? Have you ever had a car accident? And let's say a week to a month later, all of a sudden you get this letter in the mail from this attorney's office telling you about your rights as an individual. That's what this stuff is. They flag all these insurance claims and they go after all these people that are filing claims. I don't know how they're able to get information. They see the police reports of accidents and they go after them that way. Oh, I'm sorry, Lori. I'm sorry to hear that. And I hope I didn't say anything wrong when I mentioned that. That to me is one of the most powerful things I've ever heard in my entire life. And it affected me so deeply that for the longest time, and I wasn't even there, I didn't know anybody there, but I couldn't even talk about it. So I can only imagine those that were in New York or around that whole situation outside of New York, all the different things that happened, what they went through. So I hope I said what I said. It wasn't disrespectful. I hope it wasn't disrespectful. Suing Ford. Could they sue Ford? Anybody could sue anybody these days, I guess. And I guess that's the point. Anybody could file a lawsuit. It's what happens. It's what the court says about it. Well, Lolita, what I think about this being 2 years out, and maybe they're trying to, maybe it's already been in the works. I'm kind of wondering if it was already a claim with Progressive a while back, right? And it's taken this long for them to see a payment. A lot of this probably they couldn't do anything with this payment maybe until after his case. It could be. I'm not sure, but it could. They thought maybe the attorney said, you know what, we'll have a better outcome if we wait till the end of it. But I still think too, like there's also an exclusion in every policy that has to do with in the act of a crime, someone committing a crime. There's all kinds of exclusions surrounding that. So let's say, like, you could have a covered peril, okay? And the reason the property was damaged was because someone was committing a crime. Some policies have certain exclusions that say if a crime was in occurrence and is what actually the direct cause of this property damage, then we're not paying for it. So that's where I'm saying that this is just all so very odd. Another thought, I think these injured families on one hand want justice. Yeah, they probably do. And on the other hand wants to put this whole thing behind them emotionally. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Janice. It was scary. It was tough. Well, Ami, I think that they're saying in the future he could have some money. There's going to be a deal. Somebody's going to have a book deal. Somebody's going to have a movie deal. Y'all know it. It's just too big of a case. Only victims directly impacted by Lil Deb. That one girl who was hit by her friends. I can't say that, but yeah. Mom couldn't testify because she has a lengthy criminal background. Abby, I don't know if that's true. Abby, I'm going to have to see the receipts on that. And you know what? I've never looked it up, but never really wanted to look her up like that. Daryl Brooks can never profit off this attack, the court ruled right. Yeah, Lori, but he can't to an extent, though. There was a limitation on it. That was the problem. Yeah, Cindy. You know what? If you're with Progressive, Cindy, unless you have no other options for an insurance company, oh my gosh, I need to be really super careful how I say this. Cindy, let me put it to you like this. Do you have an insurance agent that you can call and talk to about what coverages you want on your vehicle or your home? Do that. Insurance agencies out there that will talk to you, and you need to verbalize what you're looking for. Don't buy insurance online. Otherwise, just take it to the casinos. Just take that money to the casinos, girl. Ambulance chasers. Thank you, Lori. That was the word I was looking for. The prosecution had on their witness list until they did the background check. Wait, Abby says the prosecution had her on their witness list until they did the background check. I don't know, Abby, if I even want to go down that rabbit hole, girl. You're up and at 'em today, Carrie. You must have had your coffee ground. I did. I did have my coffee early. I got it early this morning. Okay, Sean feels the same way I do. It kind of shame on this family. You know who will ultimately pay this claim? The other customers of that insurance company. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Sean. Ugh, it's just. Oh, I hope all the family that. No, I'm not saying an insurance company shouldn't pay for a claim. Don't get me wrong. They should. If they're liable, or if someone's liable, or if the coverage was there, they should pay the claim. Don't get me wrong on that. I'm just saying, if you have triggered something that's going to make all these people that were at that parade go out and file an insurance claim against their insurance company, their auto insurance company, all of your auto rates are going to see a hit because after 2 years, 3 years, 5 years down the road, this is going to pop up. And they're going to, all these actuaries in the insurance company are going to go back and look at all this and say, oh, wait a minute. Why do you think insurance rates in Florida are so high? Because there's so many senior citizens driving down there. Okay, I'm on a soapbox. I need to get down because a lot of you people don't give a crap about insurance, but I apologize. Okay, I hope all the families that were affected by should be ready to. Should be ready to. I don't know what you meant by there, Sandra. I hope all the families that were affected by this. You want Sandra? Are you saying they file something against them? Oh, Tracy. Thank you for being here. I got a ton of content, Tracy. You got to go back and look at all the good stuff we got on. You guys, I'm at the end of following this trial. I'm at the end of the Darrell Brooks saga. I'm letting you guys know. We're fixing to go into some other stuff. I hope, and pray you stay with me on it because I would like to find other things for us to dig into. Lori, I can't even put that up there. Oh my God, Lori. I'm so sorry. Oh my word. Right, Shannon? Yeah, those are the attorneys we're talking about, the ones that send you stuff after you get a speeding ticket. He did ask over and over, who can make a claim against me? Every little Well, geriatric gangsta wanna be. You got a point there, Barbara. Oh, Lori. Honey, I'm sorry for her husband and her other family members too. Okay, I was gonna make this a really quick jump on here and say this and then get off, but you're interesting me in all your comments here. Oh, David, can I get in on that lawsuit? I've got some stuff I'm working off too, David. But I think I would have to go after McDonald's because I don't eat Burger King as much as I eat McDonald's. Or you could just make it happen faster. Just go to Burger King and just, spill hot coffee on yourself, remember? That's so sad. It's pathetic. We live in such a litigious society. It's ridiculous. There's no honor among people these days in America when it comes to lawsuits. It's horrible. And if you could file a lawsuit that's legitimate, because obviously there are legitimate lawsuits out there, but the ones that aren't, it's just horrible. There's more of those than there are legitimate ones. It's horrible. Oh my God, Cindy. Girl, you better call your agent. No, seriously. This is just my opinion. So there's insurance agencies that are called independent insurance agencies that are within your community, right? And they might be like the name of the person that owns the agency. And you have your state farms, you have your nationwide, your farm bureaus, all those. You could go to one of them even. Or you could go to an independent agency that represents multiple companies. So they have all these different companies that write auto and home insurance, right? And so when you go to them and say, I'm looking for a quote, they know right where to take you. After they find out your information, they know right where to go to type you in a quote and provide you with the broadest coverage possible for what you're looking for. And because you're speaking with a human being and you're getting it all, because having an insurance policy, you pay too much for insurance to just do it online. It should not be something that you just go, I don't have time for this. You really need to spend time just to call somebody. You don't have to go to their office anymore these days. There's so much you can do online and electronic filing and via email. Just speak to someone. You just spend too much money on insurance. Too much money. Okay, so Lori says her progressive, and I'm not saying that the agents aren't the bomb. If you have somebody that you can talk to, that's cool. But when you call up like a company direct and you're dealing with like a 800 number, that's not the same as having an agent, an independent agent involved in your insurance. And you're not going to pay any more for having an independent agent versus going directly to the insurance company. So don't ever think that. No, Tim, there was no insurance with Brooks. They're saying these people, this family has sued their own insurance or is trying to sue their own insurance company for not paying everything out. They want $50,000 a person because they have what's called uninsured motorist and underinsured motorist on their own insurance policy. Oh, Lori. Hey, Lori, I'm just stating the facts. I don't drive as well as I used to, honey, okay? I'm getting there. I'm not quite the senior citizen, but I'm just saying, it's just because everybody comes to Florida to retire. The auto accidents are higher. I feel like I'm taking this what I meant to be a really quick live into a whole nother fork in the road.
McDivitt says Progressive only paid a quarter of that, while the family of 4 has mounting therapy bills, lost wages, and missed school days.
Anytime they're in a large group of people, anytime they hear a loud noise, they are constantly scared, looking around, wondering what's going to happen.
Now, McDivitt says he hopes this lawsuit is settled out of court, but he tells me he is prepared to take this to trial. As for the prospect of other clients filing similar cases, McDivitt says this is the only family that he's currently representing.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? You know what he just said when he said that? So call me, people. So give me a call, because this is the only family I've made things happen for so far. I can help you too. Thanks, Fox News, for throwing that out there. That's so stupid. That just pisses me off. I'm sorry. Yeah. Ugh. So again, they've just filed a suit. They don't know if it's going to go to trial. And he's saying if they will not work with us at all, then we'll take it to court. That attorney just got some free advertisement right there. Okay, wait. I just saw something I wanted to read you guys. Let me change to this. This was an article. And this is why I came on today, because I was looking at my alerts and I saw this article pop up. So I said, oh my God, this isn't going away. I'm going to have to address it. A Wisconsin family is suing Darrell Brooks or Daryl and their own insurance company years after a deadly incident nearly 2 years ago. It was November 21st. We all know what happened. Now, a civil suit was filed on behalf of the Garcia Ramirez family, citing extreme emotional distress. The family is seeking hundreds of thousands of dollars. I think, to be more specific, like he said in the news article, it was $50,000 each, saying that their insurance company only paid a quarter of what they were owed per their policy covering uninsured drivers. And that's it. That's all that article says. So anyway, that's it, guys. So for all of you guys who are like, Carrie, what's going on? Why have you talked about this? I've talked about it now. I know I want McDonald's too. My brother-in-law and I the other day were talking about McDonald's. Why were we talking about it? I can't remember. Oh, because there's not one close to us, believe it or not, because we live out in the country. And I said I would drive minutes right now to go get a McDonald's cheeseburger. Well, really, I just wanted a Happy Meal because I got to get the fries too. All right, guys. Thanks so much for being here with me today. I really appreciate you. And I will be dropping something a little bit later this afternoon if I can get up YouTube to approve it. And it's going to be something completely different, but I think it's going to be something y'all are going to enjoy following. Be good, everybody, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.